Hey everybody, it's the Janjo here. We got some more news from Konami. Some people in my Janjo Tombs Discord so graciously shared to me. If you want to join that, the description below is the place to go to find that link. So what's going on? Well, Konami has been backpedaling on certain things. Kinda, not really. And I'll be honest, I kind of agree with Konami in some regard. So let's first pause, take a look at what's happening here, shall we? It's from Epic Cards and Games, which is an OTS official tournament store, and they posted this yesterday at 12:33 a.m. Very early. Hello, duelists! Yu-Gi-Oh tournament format update. Only advanced format and time travel will be awarded with the Epic tournament points from now, starting on July 15th, 2025. Which, as recording this was yesterday. Then they have their new weekly schedule. Are they doing like redo? Is redo official like time travel supported now? I don't know. So for those who are unaware, what is the difference between time travel and time wizard? Now, if you recall from back when we discussed all this time wizard changes, all this drama about a month ago or so, before the North American, that was a qualifiers championship. So basically, time wizard events are like if you play Go format and all the cards are played how they played, right? With priority, drawing, first turn drawing, like BLS worked the way it did. Tribe had its original text, pre-errata cards. Whereas time travel will still play with that card pool. However, they will also play with the card erratas and rule changes. So essentially, you're playing advanced, but with a different list. That's essentially what it is. Now, originally, there was a lot of backlash on this. So Konami, retracted at least for that one major tournament. And the way they worded it, I mean, you could kind of tell what they were saying in between the lines in regards to what they wanted to support and what they were just doing for like that singular event. And I get it, honestly. I mean, maybe a bit of a hot take, but like I was saying it back then too, how I just want Konami to pick a lane, right? It gets really messy for everyone involved when you have like these time travel and time wizard and time jumping and time hopping, time flip flopping and pimple popping and all these like different kinds of like retro styles of play. And the reason for Konami doing what they did in the first place was because they want people to play advanced. That's where they get their money. I mean, I'm sorry to like to say it. It's where they get their money. It's simple to manage, and they want to transfer new players over to the advanced game. Now, the counterpoint to that, which I also stated and I do agree with the time wizard events, is that they were created by these grassroots communities. Like I was a part of a lot of these, creating these like different fun time periods because the modern game just wasn't doing it for us for whatever reason, right? Like this was a way to have a different fan base who still wants to like help and support the game, support it in their own way. And you're alienating a good majority of the people that want to do that by telling them, hey, you can't play this way. Like the format that makes it so interesting and nuanced, like GOAT or Edison or Hat or Redo, like it's going to be drastically different. Cards are going to be changed. Interactions are going to be changed. Some decks are just outright killed. Right, Future Fusion is not going to be the same broken card it was in Dragon Turbo in Edison format. Like, it's just not going to be that way, right? So what Konami did, like, there's enough fan backlash about it, with reasonable arguments, that they went back and they said, hey, for this event, we're going to have it this way. People were hoping that it would be a case where it continues beyond this, while others like me were let's wait, let's hold on a second here, let's see what happens. And it turns out I was right. they started, incorporating more time travel events and start phasing out time wizard events. It does make it interesting, just in the regards to, a lot of people complain about GOAT format. Like, it's kind of like the format to hate on for a bit now, and I get it. It's kind of a dice rolly format, but it's also kind of a chess format at the same time, and I quite enjoy that aspect of it. Perhaps not the other aspect of it, but modified GOAT is is a semi-popular variation of that. Obviously, it's not as big because it's a weird side format of a side format, right? It trickles down to something lesser, but the point is, like, now people can play these formats, and sure, you still have Delinquent Duo, but cards like Blackluster Soldier doesn't have priority. Cards like Ring of Destruction has its errata now in play. You can still play like Delinquent Duo and Graceful Charity and all of these cards. Like, they're still around, which does make it interesting, just because like the ban list isn't changed, right? So the interactions are still relatively same. It would be interesting to see where people adapt certain cards and certain decks. In Edison format, for example, like, you're probably not going to see Goyo in most decks, but you might see Gaia a bit more. I mean, you might freshen up for some people, might get people more interested and invested in some of these formats, especially now that Konami is like hard in, we're supporting this specific style of retro formats. So people can now go to these events consistently and know what to play and know how to play and how certain interactions will also work in a modern game. Even if you don't play competitively, even if you don't want to play like Memento or Fiendsmith, you can play some Celtic Guardian deck or like Sub-Terrors or whatever the heck you want to play, right? And that's what they're going for. And I agree with it. It makes a lot of sense from a business perspective, which, I mean, hey, Konami's a business, right? Like, you got to do what you got to do. Is it unfortunate that they're phasing out Time Wizard events for the time being? Yes, absolutely. I would prefer, on the record, I would prefer if they just had Time Wizard events over time travel. But look, they're picking a lane. They know what they want to do. I guess we'll see what happens, what the turnout is, if there's a conversion rate from these players into more modern players. It would be interesting. Hopefully this doesn't create a cascade of additional problems in regards to like ruling and card pools and stuff like that. It seems like most of it's still structurally sound in regards to what like the formats are. But again, we'll have to wait and see how everything turns out. Let me know what your thoughts and opinions are on this. I am curious to know. And until I see y'all next time, have a wonderful day and duel on, passionate duelist.